Can you guys hear me? Oh, there you go. A lot better. A lot better. Sorry for the difficulties, everyone. But yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to tell everyone's comments here. Sorry for the little difficulties I was going through, but no. Let me start out with this. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. This Phillies team has struggles playing down in Houston against the Astros. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but there's big time problems. I mean, there's just no luck with the lumber. None. This team stinks playing with any kind of luck with the lumber. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why can't we play well in Houston. Obviously, look at the 22 World Series. This team fell flat on its face. And I don't know why. And I don't know why this team has fallen square on their face. I don't. I don't understand. Herb says, for those inspiring to be a baseball manager, learn from a clown. Those are those men. You are generating bleeping runs down and bring the same lineup back to destroy the same starting pitchers. Yeah, I don't get that. I didn't get why he ran with the same lineup. Herb, like this team is just ice cold right now. Ice cold at the plate. The Phillies were horrible tonight. Again, Houston, we have a problem. This team's not making contact. Four. Short. There's some serious problems with this baseball team. And I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. This is terrible. This is a terrible baseball team. Not terrible. I shouldn't say a terrible baseball team, but 2 games back to back, and this team can't find a way to hit the lumber. I don't get it. I don't understand this lineup. Herb says, go get thrown out versus Astros at home play umpire. Do something you worthless. Wow. Wow, topper. I mean, Herb, you're just not a topper guy. I got you. And you have every right to be mad. Every right. Pathetic. Yes. And like I said, I just don't understand it. Like right now, I want to go. Like I said, this lineup was ice cold tonight. Ice cold. This Phillies offense was ice cold tonight. A rocky start for Wheeler. A real rocky start for Wheeler. You know, he gives up an early run. You know, he was giving up multiple hits early in the first inning. Isaac Eldro Padres drove in a run earlier on. He drove in German Panetta after German Panetta had a ground rule double. But there's multiple issues with this Phillies team, and the arms are one of them. Like if you look at Zach Wheeler on paper, it's not that bad, but this I don't know what's going through this offense because Zach Wheeler did put up 8 Ks. He only gave up 3. He ran deep. Topper allowed him to run deep to what, the 7th or 8th inning? That's when he decided to bring Romano in. I think it was the 7th inning. He brought Romano in. But again, and I am on live on Facebook, live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. So for my friends here on TikTok, if you like what I'm saying, please give me a follow. Definitely appreciate it. But there was no luck with the lumber tonight. And I don't know why the Philadelphia Phillies continue to struggle with the Astros. 2 games back to back, this team has been shut out. Shut out. Oh my gosh. Isn't he the worst? Her says, bleeping DFA Strom. Strom's terrible. I don't know what has happened to Strom, Herb. I don't know what happened to him. He's gotten ice cold. I mean, he's due to give up a run. Like, I was surprised it took him that long. Like, Victor Cartini goes deep to left. It was unreal tonight. We just don't have no luck down in Houston. It's Wednesday night, 18 innings into games, and the Major League clubs. Who leads the NL East, wasting gems by Suarez and Wheeler to showcase Matt Strom pathetic bleep. Led on base with a K. Right, but that's been their biggest flaw, though, is this bullpen. And guys like Strom are going to hurt you. And when your offense doesn't show up, that sucks too. There was nothing from this offense tonight. Nick Castellanos 0 for 4. Romuto 0 for 4. Boom 0 for 4. Like, again, this offense has been ice cold. But Brandon Marsh has been, like, so far your only bright spot. Like, he's making contact. A lot of, whether it's aggressive first, going after the first, being aggressive and going after the first pitch, some stuff on the outside. At least you're getting some kind of productivity from Brandon Marsh. Like, Brandon Marsh's game has turned around. I don't know why can't no one else's. Oh, I just read that one. My bizzle. Herb says JT Aldo out from 3-0 to K looking. Yeah. Star Wars checking in. Says 18 runs and no 18 innings and no run. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is pathetic baseball right now. This is not what you like. I felt like the Phillies climbed over the hump to get past the Mets, and like, okay, they went on vacation because they're clearly not showing up at the plate. Making it 19 innings into a game's first this worthless, pathetic manager, and then they can't talk. Then they think this is good, right? Steve's checking in. He goes, RISP garbage. That is all. Nothing else to say other than great job by Strom giving up a home run to Garrett Stubbs. Right? Like, it's Steve. It's bad. Like I feel like they're out of breath. They wasted all their time being up on the Mets or getting by the Mets, and then and took the foot off the gas pedal. And now they're on vacation because Houston, we have a problem. But that goes to kind of show you, like, is there a real bench boss with this team? Like a real leader? Don't you have a conversation by now? Like I said, I loved what Zach Wheeler was doing tonight. A little bit of a shaky start, but I mean, he again dialing up in this, dialing up great pitches. He was in the zone, high fastballs. He looked good there. Had a couple curveball, sinker, sliders. Great stuff. Half of the team looks at first pitches and gets behind the rest of them to chasing out of the zone. I agree with you, Herb. Right. They let the first pitches go. So I mean, other than Marsh kind of does go after first pitches, and Cassie. But I don't understand too. I'm with you, Herb. Like, if there's stuff in the ground, why are we swinging? Like, why are we swinging at first pitches in the ground? My man Joe Howe saying horrible loss. It was a horrible loss. It stunk tonight. Steve says the Phils don't look good. The Phils don't look so good against the first place teams. They don't have 10 injuries. We were seriously owned. We've been owned by the Astros for the past 3 years, though. Steve, think about the World Series. They own us then. They owe us now. They owe real estate inside the Phillies' heads. Phillies look like a 5,000 claimer horse in a 2K stalker race. It's funny. Steve says, because they play good quality teams, that doesn't have 10 injuries. We are outclassed. We are outclassed. And like, Steve, I don't understand. Like, what in the world exactly is Bryce Harper going to add to this lineup? Like, yes, do we need him bad? But if everyone's swinging the bat the same way, this goes back to Kevin Long, the hitting coach. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this doesn't goes back to Kevin Long. Maybe it's all on us. Maybe it's just the players. Like, these guys are not making great contact. It seems like it's Mark on Locked On Philly and Pat's on It's a Wrap. Stay the Pat's on It's a Wrap there, bud. Star Wars saying Marsh got 2 hits against lefties. Yeah. RSIP suck. They have 5 innings, 1, 2, 3, looking like, yeah. I'm with you, Herb. They look horrible. They look again at the plate. Look dazed and confused. Steve says they went all gay Kapler night. Yeah, they did. Herb says, "Who bleeping cares? We are on the we are on the division lead, firing the manager." Like, yeah, but and maybe that will send a message. But look, it's been two rough, rough starts with this Philly. A major problem. This Phillies team it about Houston, but we just don't, and I don't know why. Steve says, "I can't wait to hear people explain this way, as the at that baseball may once, but not for 19 innings." Exactly, 19 innings of baseball, and we got no run support, none. It's a joke. It's a joke. And look at the eighth inning there, Steve. Bases were loaded. You had one of your better batters there to drive in runs. And to be honest, I expected better from Bolton. Nick Castellanos. I expected better. Like, that was the game right there. That was the game in the eighth inning when the bases were loaded and the Phillies just could not come up, get lucky enough with the lumber, and to drive in a run. Like, they are not playing good baseball right now. Houston, we have a problem. Brandon Marsh is your best hitter right now. Brandon Marsh is making great contact. He's aggressive with first pitches. He's aggressive base running. He's about the only player right now that's shown me any worth right in this series. Like, Brandon Marsh at least stepped up his game. He's getting the pitches that he wants. He's reading the pitches he's getting, and he's delivering on them. And then on top of that, again, aggressive base running. He's going from one to third. But I can't say that about everyone else in this lineup right now. That was a horrible display. Nick Castellanos 0 for 4. Alec Baum 0 for 4. I expect better. This team coughed away a win. Bases loaded and walked and left it there. Again, go back to the 22 World Series. I don't know about the Astros, but they just own real estate in the Phillies' heads. The Philadelphia Phillies just can't come to Astros and play good baseball. Right? Yeah, I'll give you that one. Herb, I'll give you that one. He didn't give up that. That was a bad display of defense from Trey Turner early on. I know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about the Astros 18 innings. Yeah. No, I hear you. Watching this team would rather make me want to go bleep tube instead of YouTube. Hey, now you're right up my alley there, Steve. Now you're up my alley there, bud. Barb, what's going on? Pat, close your eyes and make believe that the Phillies are a good team. Barb, Barb, they are a good team. Rough patch, Barb. Rough patch. You're from Philly, right? You've ever hit a pothole with your car? It rattles, it shakes. It's horrible at times. But they're not a bad team. They just don't play well against the Houston Astros. Look back at 22. Look back at 22. They stunk. Explain to me how Strong lost this game. Barb, I don't understand. Because he shouldn't be in a Phillies uniform. Because he needs to be in Piggy Land. Why is he up here? I don't know. All he's good for is giving out free souvenirs. Joe House says there needs to be a change, man. Yeah, and listen, there definitely needs to be a dramatic change. The trade deadline's right around the corner. Pat, stock sucks. It's time to admit it. I never said he was great. I go base what he's done lately. He hasn't played baseball lately, Barb. He hasn't played good baseball. My name's not Al Safiri or Mike Laro. I don't defend these guys. I'm on the Matty B train. I call bad baseball when I see bad baseball, and when I see good baseball, I call for what it is. Go Carly. So I see, bad display of baseball, and Bryson Stott swings at anything in the ground. I don't understand. He does not have his read on pitches are alarming to me. Are alarming there, Barb. Phillies get shut out for the second night in a row. 19 exclusive innings. Bats are silent. Bats are very silent. Star Wars. I don't understand about this baseball team. I don't know how can they go so at just be ice cold. Like I feel like they're out of breath from going after the Mets, and they've not bothered showing up mentally in Houston. Steve says the only thing you the only thing you can hope is that this makes the Phillies a better team to the point where they self scout and have some honest conversations. Yeah, they need some honest conversations, Steve. Too bad Matty B's not on tonight. We would have a lot to talk about. I'm here to have a lot to talk about. I got a lot to get off my chest there, Barb. This team's not playing good baseball, but I'm not going to give up on them. We watch this team because we love them. We watch this team because when they make idiotic mistakes like they've done tonight, they still show you the stuff they do at the plate is very, very confusing. Because of the MLB media, because of all MLB is mediocre, the Phillies look better than they actually are. Yeah, but Barb, a lot of contender teams do the same thing. They beat up on the bad teams. Like you can't say the Phillies are a bad team. They just beat up on the Mets. Or quite frankly, I get it. The Mets had a what 7-game losing streak and all that stuff prior to and all that jazz. But they still got guys who can hit the ball, hit the ball with cover. Like they still got Lindor and the polar bear. Like we took a series from them. Like you can't say the Phillies are a bad team too. Like I don't know how many. I want to say a handful this season. This team has faced a sweep. I'm not going to say this Phillies team is a bad team. Bad. I mean, bad is when when your summer stinks. Phillies are just easier. The Phillies are just way easier to pitch against without Harp in the lineup. But there is still no excuse for 19 scoreless innings. I agree, Steve. There is no excuse for coming up with zilch. and back-to-back nights. And back-to-back nights, there's no reason, there is no reason for this Phillies team to be ice cold and 2 back-to-back nights. I don't get it. They just have no luck with the lumber right now. The Phillies have no luck with the lumber. They poured out all the beans against this Mets team. They mentally, they're not even showing up in Houston. And now it looks like Houston for the past 3 years with this current Phillies team that's running back for 3 years, Houston has had their number. Houston owns real estate in the Phillies' minds. And the only person who's come to show up is Brandon Marsh. He's made quite the adjustments in his game. Being aggressive at the plate, getting the pitches that he wants, being aggressive with the base running. He's the only person I've seen showing up so far. Everyone else has been ice cold, and that's no excuse. Star goes, it was mostly lefty tonight. Marsh got 2 hits. Stock got a hit. Schwarber got 2 hits. Otto Kemp got it, and Trey Turner got it. That's it. Barb says, look at the lineup. Look at the lineup the Astros put out there. I think they were having a minor league game tryouts with those guys I never heard of. Right. Other than Altuve, I mean, really, I'm with you, Barb. I really didn't hear anything from that lineup. They did have they hit they did hit a decent number of balls right out of the players, but still the men are on the men on base approach is buns. Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with buns there, Steve. All right. Herb checking in goes 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. We get her Brown era as sub two Strom ERA in 3 of the last 4 innings pitched. Yeah, that sucks. Steve says Crawford is a good option. So is Keen Anthony once he comes back from a 7-day DL. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And like I said, I know you've been preaching about Keen Anthony there, Star Wars. Sorry, Steve. I know you've been preaching about him. I like to see what he's got. I like to see what he brings to the table. He's still got a lot of ranks to climb. Barb says Maniac already has at least released this year has more hours than everyone Phillies players other than Schwarber, and this is laughable. Yeah, it is. I got you, Barb. It is laughable. It is laughable. Topper, baseball is a funny game. Don't try to do too much. He is the problem. Come on, Herb. I'm not going there. I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to disagree with you when he makes a boneheaded decision, but a bad manager, I can't say that. I can't say that. I'm not going to go down that avenue. A bad manager is when you have a bad summer. Yes, the Phillies haven't looked good in the last 24 hours. Have they put 0 up on the board in the last 24 hours? Sure. But to say he's a bad baseball, no, he's brought relevancy when this Phillies team was 12 games out of first place and brought them to a World Series. I can't go down that avenue. Yes, has this team backpedaled? Absolutely. But right now, we're still sitting on the top of the hill. And we just it didn't hasn't looked good. Vargas, no one cares about Marsh or Kemp. What does bum JT Stott Schwarber do? Well, you're talking about the meat of you're talking Barb, you're talking about the top part of the lineup. You're talking about the meat part of the lineup. It does come down to those guys. But they're not hitting the ball, cover up the ball than Schwarber. Like their game is to play small ball. And they got pitched by decent pitchers. Colin Gordon pitched the good game tonight. He was painting away at the corners. But it's like the same old regime, though, with the lineup. Take the first pitch. And then after that, start swinging at things that are on the ground, low and outside. I don't get it. This is fundamental baseball, and this Phillies team is not picking up on. We're good. We just ain't good enough. No, you're right. They're probably not good enough to win a World Series. Next, let's see the last 3 years. Not with this manager. I mean, I don't get it, Herb. I mean, what you get rid of Schwarber, you get rid of Topper. You think that's going to fix your problems? How do you know it's not coming from more above? They need a hitting coach. Yes, I'm going to put him Topper, of course, accountable. He's the manager, but you need a new hitting coach. This team has a weird snowball effect. When one guy in the lineup plays well, they all play well. Astro Houston 1/0, 2/ yeah, thanks for chiming in. Thanks. I'm glad that Astro you can count there, bud. Great job. News. This manager calls this. Last 3 years is pathetic, worse and worse. Come on, man. Yes, last year was terrible. I will give you that one there. They just weren't hitting the ball good. Were not making good contact. I could go back right around Father's Day last year when they playing against the Oakland A's. I saw the signs. This team was falling apart last year. But they said this team's a bad team. Of course, this team's going to hit rough patch. You're not going to win all 172 games of baseball. But to say this team's a bad team, that's a little bit overthrown. Now, listen, like tonight, last 2 games, they've gotten their doors blown off. Tonight was no excuse. No excuse. Hopefully, they had a private locker room meeting where the media couldn't come in and ask questions. Hopefully, they're getting something right. But yeah, there's no excuse. No excuse at all. Oh man, I'm getting some more people chiming into the show. I'm glad. Keep on coming. Keep it coming. Love talking baseball with you guys. Definitely appreciate it. Let me get the Barb. Where are you at, Barb? Barb says before tonight the Mets lost 12 out of 13 games. Only win was when they blew out the Phillies. The Mets literally are putting guys off the street to pitch. It's not a big deal beating them. Yeah, well, that's why I said, Barb. I get it, but they still got guys, some heavyweight guys who can. And don't forget, Citizen Bank Park it's meant for hitters, heavyweight hitters. But this team is still not bad. We still got the result. We won it, right? We still beat them. We won the series. Steve says Sosa blows under any type of high leverage hitting situation against any type of quality pitching. Well, Steve, you kind of can say the same thing about the whole lineup. Bases were loaded. There was no excuses. You had Alec Bowman, Nick Castellanos, both choked. D, what's up, buddy? He goes, Barb, so why are you 2 for 4 against them? Revenge for 2017 Astros. Let's go. I'm confused. If the Astros winning, how's this revenge? Thompson's an idiot, but he doesn't swing the bat. He doesn't swing the bats, and the players are never criticized. Thank you, Barb. Thank you. It should be the players who need to be held accountable, not Topper. I agree with you. Finally, we agree on something. I agree. It is not the players. It's not always the manager's fault when a loss arrives. A team gets blown out. So it's his fault. I'm with you, Barb. He does not swing the bat. He's instructing you what to do. You think he's out there to tell you to lose? No. He is brutal. Same problem the last 3 years. Starting pitching responsible for wins, not those. Don't run in Astro Houston. We're not going to argue. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a phony account anyway. Day checking his Mets back in first by the weekend. Probably. Hey, listen, Day. I mean, the Phillies are hitting a rough patch, but apparently it's the manager's fault. I don't understand. He doesn't swing the bat like Barb said. Good point, Barb. Topper was fun as a relief from Joe Girardi, horse manure. But that time has passed. Unfortunately, you also have K's lows from the same through school. They all need the same care, discomfort. I got you. Yeah, I got you, Steve. He says the whole team needs discomfort. That would require the Mets to win more than 2 out of 10. Yeah, well, listen, Mets ain't doing that. The Mets ain't doing that, Steven. No, the Mets ain't going to do that, Steven. So again, guys, listen. I got so busy. We got a lot, into our conversations here. Talking about this horrible baseball team. And there's a lot of issues with this baseball team. Honestly. Bullpen, Matt Strum is problem number 1. We can all agree there, whether we can have our disagreements, whatever. Matt Strum is problem number 1. Matt Strum needs to go. He is hurting this team more than anybody. But let's go run a league. I'll not get to my Broad Street bottom line. All right. What's going on, everybody? So let's get into some of these final scores here. Again, your Philadelphia Phillies lose 2-0 down in Houston. The Cubbies take care of business against St. Louis, winning 8-0 on the road. The Minnesota Twins win 2-0 over Seattle. Tampa Bay wins 3-0 on the road versus Kansas City. The Yankees win 7-1 over the Reds. The Mets win 7-3 over the Braves. Cleveland won 5-4 over Toronto. Detroit has won 0. Detroit lost 3-0 to the Oakland A's. The Texas Rangers won 7-0 over the Baltimore Orioles. The Padres win 1-0 over the Nationals. The Angels win 5-2 over the Red Sox. The Brewers win 4-2 over the Pirates. The White Sox win 7-3 over the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers win. Dodgers are winning right now. 3-0, bottom of 6 over the Chicago Rockies. And top of the 7th, 2-2 out there in San Fran. And that'll be it. So, guys, my Broad Street bottom line is quite simple. Let's get into it. My Broad Street bottom line is quite simple. The Phillies need to get working. Obviously, had no luck with the lumber tonight. Horrible night tonight with the Phils. They need to get back to the batting cages and work things out and find out what's going on. It's quite simple. And get rid of Marsh. Not rid of Marsh. Get rid of Mastrom ASAP. And that'll be it. So, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined me here tonight. I like that. Thank you so much. All right, guys, have a great night, and I'll catch you later.